printed the picture by IMAG0013. We draw it all the picture and make a calendar. It's not for sale. As a present, that's IMAG0013. He's an artist. I wrote many books and poems as well. Hi, yes, welcome to Denmark. Hi everybody. We're here today to discuss Burma politics, including the focus in the Kachin Civil War. And we have to start the debate 5 p.m. and until 7 p.m. So let me introduce myself. My name is Momo, and volunteer in the Burma campaign Denmark. And thank you everybody to having me here to join the event. And let's get started now. And first of all, I want to explain. So we have 2 sections of the program, the debate, and the first section including the greeting from various cultural center. Here's this locator, and then greeting from Danish Burma Committee, and then greeting from Burma Campaign Denmark, and then greeting from Khoa School. And after that, some of the presentation themselves, the organization, DBB, and 88 students generation. And then we start the debate in the first session, about 20 minutes. And then 10 minutes to 6, we have a 10 minutes break and until 6. So after 6 p.m. we start again the second session, the second part of the debate, and continuing about 45 minutes. And then we give some of the Democracy and Human Rights Awards to the 88 generations, and some of the special 8 poems we composed in 2008, the 20th anniversary of 88 generations. And then IMAG0013 giving a closing speech. And then so we get started with, excuse me, Mr. Esvin from the Variance Cultural Center, give a small token greeting.
Hello everybody. I'm really nice to see so many people here today. My name is Esben and I work here in the Variance Cultural Center. A few weeks ago, William and Momo from Burma Campaign Denmark, they burst into our office upstairs, and they were fairly agitated, saying Kim Il-sung, Pyeongcho and IMAG0013 would come to Denmark. And I said, okay, that sounds interesting. When are they coming? Well, in 2 weeks. Okay, so we have to get started, we have to organize, and we started to organize this event. And then when Will and Mo had left, I turned on my computer, because I have to say, I'm very ashamed. I did not know who these people were. I'm sorry. So I turned on my computer and I opened Google, as you do, and I entered the names one by one, and I started reading. And amazing stories emerged from the screen. The people you see before you today, they have witnessed some horrific events, some horrifying events, and some and truly hardship throughout their lives. But these events are overshadowed by the determination to see a more democratic Burma, and I think the determination of these people led me to think that, okay, I was ashamed that I didn't already know them. So I'm very, very proud that these people are here today and that we can see them with our own eyes and that they have traveled so far to share their experiences with us today. So on behalf of Verdenskulturcenter, I would like to thank the panelists and also a great warm thank you for Will and Momo from Burma Campaign Denmark for arranging this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Espen, to cooperate our Burma event. Now I kindly request Ms. Annette from Danish Burma Committee.
Thank you. I know who Min Kunain is. I've known him for so many years, but it's the first time today that I actually met him. We have worked to support him and his struggle and all the Burmese people's struggle for so many years. And often it was very difficult because no one really knew a lot about Burma. And Burma was not on the political agenda, and if it was always for something bad. So we've been quite isolated until we started getting refugees from Burma to Denmark. That helped a lot with explaining the Burmese people's situation. I think we are right now at a very important crossroad, because finally Burma might be, I might say, on its path to democracy. Real, general, peaceful democracy. Something we have been working hard for many, many years. But I don't think, and I'm not taking hopefully out the discussion out of the panel, but I don't think we should be too optimistic and too naive. It's very fragile, and we need to persuade the Danish government, the Danish parliament, which we both visited today, to support the right forces, but do it very carefully, so that we get a general democracy in Burma for all the Burmese people, also the ethnic nationalities. But I'm very pleased that so many people have turned out. I'm quite sure if we have organized a Burmese meeting 10 years ago, there would be 5 of you, and I would know all of you very, very closely. So I hope you will continue, or you start supporting, and as I said, make sure that our government and the European Union and the other governments are doing the right thing, because we can definitely help promoting democracy and change in Burma. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. and Benison, for coming here and giving speech. And I also let me continue to introduce Martin Olesen, from Burma Campaign Denmark.
Yeah, thank you, Momo. And I would also like to say thank you for coming all the way from Burma. And thank you guys for coming all the way from Denmark. I know some of you came from North Jylland, some came from Bornholm. So it's very nice to see so many people here. I would also like to thank Krogerup Højskole and DVB and Verdenskulturcenter for a nice collaboration with this event. But in Burma Campaign Denmark, we're talking a lot about democracy and a lot about the process who are going on in Burma. We are very happy and satisfied with the release of political prisoners from the jail, and we are very happy and satisfied with the progress towards a more free press. But our concern is about the situation in Rakhine State and in Kachin State. We are very worried about these two situations, and we are talking a lot about this in our group. So that's a little information about what we are talking about in our organization.
Thank you, Martin. And then I want to invite Siris from Choral School.
Good afternoon, everybody, and warmly welcome to our guests. My name is Cyril, and I'm a teacher at Krogerup Folk High School, where we have a course called The World is Burning, focusing on activism and global citizenship. And since 2011, we have been focusing on the democratization process in Burma. We've been traveling with students twice a year to Burma, meeting people like the 88 generation and other people who have fought and still fight for democracy in Burma, to learn from them. And every time we go there, it's really amazing to see how the country is changing, especially in cities like Yangon and Mandalay, and we really enjoy to see that change. But on the other hand, it's also very important to remember that that situation isn't the same all over the country. So I think it's very nice that we today have the opportunity to hear about the situation in the ethnic areas and in the border areas where people don't have the same or don't enjoy the same opportunities to organize and talk freely about politics as they do in the greater cities. So I think it's nice that we can focus on that today, and also that we for once got the opportunity to meet here in Denmark and not only in Burma. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Cyril. And let me continue to introduce our special guest from Burma. And let's study the Kim Win. He is the director from Democratic Voice of Burma, based in Norway. Please contribute about the organization.
Thank you very much, Momo. I should start with the clarification on why I'm here, because I'm not the same as Komiko and Kopyeongcho. They are coming from all the way from Burma to tour a few European countries. Our role is just supporting them, facilitating them. That's why I'm here. But I am not the one who should be honored. They are the ones, so that you don't get mixed up. I'm different. I have been, in fact, of course, I have been away from my home country for 25 years. It means we all are the same in 1988 demonstration against the dictatorship at the time. So they went to jail, we went to the jungle. So that's how I have been away from my countries. And here are also many refugees coming from Malaysia or Thailand. Maybe we are in that kind of category. We have away from my country for many years. But today, I'm just here to facilitate their visit. That's why I will not be the major speaker. They are the ones to speak to you and then to address you. But allow me to mention a few words here regarding their visit. Otherwise, they may not mention about this. Kuminko Nai was given a student peace prize in 2001. At the time, he was serving 13 years prison term already. So the prize was given by International Student Organization based in Troje, Norway in 2001. But only after 12 years, in this year 2013, he could come and collect the award. That is the main reason for his Europe visit. Since he is in Europe, we also suggested him that wherever he stopped by, we should create a program. So they visited Paris for 1 day, and then we have some official program there with the French government. And then Copenhagen is their transit point when we come to Europe. So since they are stopping in Copenhagen, we also create official program here with our partners, Annetta Bredesen, who just presented, greeted us earlier. She is the one helping us to create official program. So they have been busy since the morning until now. So they have met Parliament, and the Speaker of Parliament, and then also the Development Minister, among others. So they have been, I believe, they have a very good time here in Copenhagen today as well. And the Democratic Voice of Burma, since we are very much connected each other, we try our best to facilitate, to help them. That's why I am here, and then my colleague, Ko Nizonai, is also following their visit to cover for our TV. So that's my role. They will be the one speaking to you. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Good morning. And I would like to invite Ko Min Kun Nai, our student leader, to contribute about our 88 student generations.
Hello. Let me speak in Burmese, my mother language, because of my English is very poor. They allow just 7 minutes for contribution. Very limited speech. And then it would be waste for interpret. So I want to say thank you. And ကျွန်တော်ပထမဆုံးတည်ကြတဲ့အချိန်လေးမှာကျွန်တော်ရဲ့ငတ်မှုချင်း၃မျိုးကိုပဲကျွန်တော်ပြောပါမယ်
I would like to mention 3 kinds of hangers I have been facing.
Yeah. ပထမဆုံးငတ်မှုချင်းကအခုဗိုက်စာတို့ပေါ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ lunch မစားခဲ့ရသေးဘူးအဲ့လိုမျိုးထောင်ထဲမှာအကြာကြီးစားကောင်းတောက်ွယ်နေမစားလို့ဗိုက်စာခဲ့ပါတယ်
The first hangers is hanger for food. We did not have a proper lunch today, so we are hanger. And similar hangers we have been facing in when we were in jail most of the time.
Yeah. ဒုတိယငတ်မှုချင်းကအုံနောက်ကစာလောင်တာပါအဲ့ဒါကကျွန်တော်တို့ထောင်ထဲမှာပညာသင်ခွင့်မပေးဘူးစာဖတ်ခွင့်လုံးဝမပေးခဲ့တာပါ
The second type of hangers is for our brain. We were not allowed to read, to learn anything when we were in jail.
15နှစ်ကျော်ပြီးတဲ့အခါကျမှ ICRC ရောက်လာပြီးတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ကျမ်းမာရေးစာအုပ်လေးပါလေဖတ်ရပါတယ်အဲ့ဒါကတော့ထမင်းမစားခင်လက်ဆေးရမယ်ဆိုတာမျိုးပါအဲ့တော့ပဲဖတ်ရတာပါစပြီးတော့
Only after I had been 15 years in jail, ICRC, International Committee of Red Cross, got a chance to visit prisons. So only after that, very basic health education information coming to us. Very, very basic information, no politics.
Yeah. ပြီးတော့ဘာသာရေးစာအုပ်ဖတ်ခွင့်ပြီးရဆိုပြီးတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဘုရားရှိခိုးတဲ့စာနည်းနည်းဖတ်ရပါတယ်
And we are also allowed to read religious teaching.
ကျွန်တော်ပြောချင်တာတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ငတ်မွတ်ခဲ့တဲ့အရာတွေခင်ဗျားတို့အပြင်မှာရှိတော့မှာအထူးသဖြင့်တော့အုံနောက်စာလောင်မှုတွေကိုခင်ဗျားတို့အနည်းနဲ့အများကျွန်တော်တို့တက်ဆိုင်တော့သင်ယူခဲ့ရမှာပါအဲ့ဒါကိုကျွန်တော်ခင်ဗျားတို့စီကပြန်ပြီးတော့သင်နေပါတယ်
I believe why we are facing with this kind of hangers, you referring to our Burmese colleagues living in abroad might got a chance, to upgrade your knowledge, to study something new that we are not allowed to do in our country.
နောက်ဆုံးစာလောင်ခြင်းကတော့နှလုံးသားကစာလောင်တာပါမေတ္တာတရားကိုစာလောင်တာပါကျွန်တော်တို့တယောက်တည်းနေရတဲ့အခါမှာဘယ်သူမှမဆက်ဆံရတဲ့အခါမှာလူလူချင်းဆက်ဆံရေးလူလူချင်းချစ်ခင်တဲ့မေတ္တာတရားတွေကျွန်တော်တို့ငတ်မွတ်ခဲ့ပါတယ်
The third kind of hanger is hanger for kindness. When we were in jail, we were not allowed to communicate with anyone. So we really hanger for this kind of kindness and people-to-people relationship.
အခုတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့အထဲမှာတော့နှစ်ကလေးတွေကိုအစာကျွေးဖြည့်သိမ်းခဲ့ရတာကြောင်ကလေးတွေမွေးရင်းနဲ့မေတ္တာတရားကိုရှာဖွေခဲ့ရတာတွေရဲ့အစားထိုးစရာတွေ့ပါပြီ
When we were in jail, we overcame our time by feeding pets or birds and so on because we cannot have this kind of relationship with humans. So we have to feed animals which are available to us. Now we believe we can find real human-to-human relationship.
အဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒုက္ခရောက်တော့ခင်ဗျားတို့ထားခဲ့တဲ့စာနာမှုရဲ့ခင်ဗျားတို့ရဲ့ကြိုးပမ်းမှုတွေကိုကျွန်တော်တို့အတိအမှန်မပြုတ်ပဲနေနိုင်လိုက်အောင်ကျေးဇူးတင်ရပါတယ်
I must admit that I must express our special gratitude for your support and your campaign. for our freedom when we were in jail. So I must really mention about that. I must not forget, I must not fail to acknowledge our special gratitude towards you.
အခုခင်ဗျားတို့ရဲ့မျက်နှာတွေကျွန်တော်ကြည့်ရတဲ့အခါမှာကျွန်တော်တို့ငတ်မွတ်ခဲ့တဲ့မေတ္တာတရားတွေအပြည့်အဝရတယ်တွေ့ရတယ်အဲ့ဒါကြောင့်ကျွန်တော်တို့ငတ်မွတ်ခဲ့တဲ့သုံးခုသလုံးကိုဒီနေ့မှာတော့ကျွန်တော်ဖြည့်သိမ့်နိုင်ပါပြီသုံးခုလုံးရပြီလို့ကျွန်တော်ခံစားရပါတယ်
When I see you face to face right now here, so I can feel that all my hangers are over because I can really get back what I was missing last 20 years when I meet you all here today.
Yeah, thank you for your
Thank you so much, Mr. Gonai. And the last introduction is from Guru Cho, one of the students' leader and also political prisoners. Please, I would like to request.
Good morning. Hello,
Good afternoon, everyone.
ကျွန်တော်တို့ကျင်းတော်တွေကပြန်လို့လာပြီးတဲ့အချိန်မှာအားလုံးစုစုစည်းစည်းနဲ့ပြန်ပြီးတော့ပူးပေါင်းဆောင်ရွက်ကြပါတယ်ပြီးတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ငင်းငင်းနဲ့ပွင့်လင်းလူဖွဲ့စည်းပေါ်ဆောင်ရေးကိုဦးစားပေးပြီးလုပ်ခိုင်းကြပါတယ်
Since we were released from prisons last year, we all get united again, and we have been focusing on a special agenda that is building up an open society in the country.
ပြန်လို့လာပြီးတဲ့အချိန်မှာအတိုင်းပြည်မှာအရေးကြီးဆုံးလိုအပ်နေတာငင်းငင်းပေါ်ဆောင်မှုနဲ့အရက်ဖက်လူဖွဲ့စည်းတဲ့မှာပွင့်လင်းမြင်သာမှုတွေအားလုံးလိုက်ပါနိုင်ခွင့်တွေပေါ်ဆောင်မှုဟာအရေးကြီးဖြစ်တယ်ဆိုတော့သာတွေ့ရပါတယ်
After our release from prisons, we immediately recognize two important things lagging or in our society. The first one is peace. So there is no peace in the country. So we need to build peace. And second thing is transparent, open, and a stronger civil society, which is not happening in the country yet.
အခုဆိုရင်တနိုင်ငံလုံးမှာရှိတဲ့တိုင်းဒေသတွေကိုကျွန်တော်တို့အားလုံးရောက်နိုင်ဖို့အတွက်ပြည်နယ်တစ်ခုနှစ်ခုလောက်ပဲကျန်ပါတော့တယ်အဲ့ဒီမှာရှိတဲ့တိုင်းသားညီကိုတွေနဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့နားလည်မှုတွေယုံကြည်မှုတွေအပြန်အလှန်တည်ဆောက်နိုင်ခဲ့ပါတယ်
We have been traveling all over the country since our release, but about 1 or 2 states still remaining. But apart from that, we have been everywhere, and we can engage in a dialogues with the various ethnic people. We can create understanding among ourselves.
တနိုင်ငံလုံးမှာရှိတဲ့နိုင်ငံသားတွေနဲ့တွေ့ဆုံတဲ့အခါမှာလဲအားလုံးဟာကိုယ့်အခွင့်အရေးကိုကိုဖော်ဆောင်နိုင်မှုအတွက်ကျွန်တော်တို့ကောင်းမွန်တဲ့ကွန်ရက်တွေဖွဲ့စည်းနိုင်ခဲ့ပါတယ်
We could also create a strong network which will be important to educate our people about our own rights and responsibilities.
နိုင်ငံအကျိုးစီးပွားအတွက်လုပ်မယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်နိုင်ငံတွင်းကအင်အားစုတွေရောအပြင်ကအင်အားစုတွေရောယုံကြည်ချက်တူရှောက်လန်းကြမယ်လို့ကျွန်တော်တို့ယုံကြည်ပါတယ်
To build a better future for our country, I believe the forces inside and outside can work together in a harmonized way.
အပြင်မှာရှိတဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ရဲ့ညီကိုတွေကတိုင်းပြည်အတွက်စိုးရိမ်မှုတွေတောကတွေရှိတယ်ဆိုတာလည်းကျွန်တော်ကြားသိရပါတယ်
I know that our friends and our forces outside of the country are also concerned with the future of our country.
အဲ့တော့ခင်ဗျားတို့ရဲ့အကြံဉာဏ်တွေခင်ဗျားတို့ရဲ့စိတ်ဝင်စားမှုတွေနဲ့အတူနိုင်ငံကအဝင်းဝန်းမှာရှိတဲ့ចောင်းသားတွေအစိုးရအဖွဲ့အသီးသီးကလူတွေနဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ရှေ့ဆက်ပူးပေါင်းဆောင်ရွက်မှုတိုးမြင့်မှုရည်မှန်းထားပါတယ်
With your participation and support, we will also work with the international organizations and government to contribute changes in our country.
ကျွန်တော်တို့အချင်းတော်တွေကပြန်လည်လွတ်မြောက်လာဖို့အတွက်အားလုံးကူညီဆောင်ရွက်ပေးတယ်လို့ကြားရတဲ့အတွက်လည်းအများကြီးကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ်
We are also so pleased to learn that you all have worked very hard for our freedom and for our release.
အခုလိုကြုံတော့ကြုံခဲ့တွေ့တဲ့အချိန်မှာရှေ့ဆက်ကျွန်တော်တို့ဆက်သွားမဲ့လုပ်ငန်းစဉ်တွေအတွက်ပူးပေါင်းဆောင်ရွက်မှုတွေကိုဆက်လက်ပြီးမြင့်တင်သွားကြပါစို့လို့ပြောကြားရင်းနဲ့ကျွန်တော်ညနာပြရစီခင်ဗျာ
when we see here each other in this room, so I believe our discussion will be fruitful and useful for our future action plan. So let me conclude here as my opening remarks, and then your questions and comments are welcome.
Yes, thank you very much, Group 2, for your presentation. And let's get started the debate, the first sessions of our debate. We have about 20 minutes. And there are many people, so expect if you have any question to ask, so hand it up. And if there are many, so I can choose which one is the first and or one by one. Okay, so.
Hello. ကိုမင်းကိုနိုင်နဲ့အဖွဲ့ကိုကျမဘက်ကနေပြီးတော့ခုလိုလာရောက်ပြီးတဲ့အတွက်အများကြီးကျေးဇူးတင်တဲ့အကြောင်းပြောကြားလိုပါတယ်။ကျမကတော့မလှလှမြစ်ပါဒီကနေ့ကျမဒီကိုရောက်လာတာကကျမတို့ဒီဒိမတ်မှာရှိတဲ့Burmese Rohingya community in ဒိမတ်ကိုစားတူကျမရောက်လာတာပါ။ကျမနဲ့အခြားအဖွဲ့ဝင်၄ယောက်လည်းပါပါတယ်။ခုနကိုမင်းကိုနိုင်တို့ကိုပြုံးချိုတို့ခုနကိုဦးမတင်တို့ပြောရတဲ့ပြောကြားချက်တွေကြားရတဲ့အတွက်ကျမအရင်ပဲဝန်တာမိပါတယ်။အရင်လည်းအပြုသဘောဆောင်တယ်လို့မြင်မိပါတယ်။အဲ့တော့ခုနပြောရသလိုဗမာပြည်တိုးတက်ဖို့ဆိုတာဗမာပြည်မှာငြိမ်းချမ်းမှုရဖို့အဓိကလိုအပ်တယ်လို့လည်းအကုန်လုံးပဲပြောကြားသွားကြပါတယ်အဲ့ဒီအတွက်ကျွန်မဝန်တာပါတယ်မစ္စတာမာတင်ကနေရခိုင်နဲ့ကချင်ဒေသတွေကိုလည်းသူ mention လုပ်သွားပါတယ်အဲ့ဒီအတွက်ကိုမင်းကိုနိုင်တို့အနေနဲ့အဲ့ဒီရခိုင်နဲ့ကချင်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဒီဒေသတွေရဲ့ကိစ္စနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးဘယ်လိုမျိုးရှေ့လုပ်ငန်းစဉ်တွေရှိတယ်ဆိုတာကျွန်မသိချင်ပါတယ်ရှင်ကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ် Should I talk in by English or will you translate?
Please, if you can ask in English, so you.
Okay, I will try my.
Because we have very short time, so please ask it short to the point in English first.
Yeah, I said I'm really glad that I meet these two people, and I also very glad that Mr. Martin mentioned that Rakhine and Kachin State is mean very much for me, and of course, who am I? I want to be introduced. I'm a representative of Burmese Rohingya community in Denmark, and I just asked Minkonai and the group. I just want to know because, of course, in Burma, when we want to have a democracy, we need a peace. So Mr. Martin mentioned that Rakhine and Kachin is very bad situation right now. So what's your plan for these two areas to become peace? This is my question. Thank you.
တမ်းကြီးပုံမျိုးရေးအတွက်ငြိမ်းချမ်းမှဖြစ်မယ်ဆိုတာကိုကျွန်တော်သဘောတူပါတယ်ငြိမ်းချမ်းမှုဆိုတာကအခုတော့ရှိတာပေါ့တန်းတူညီမျှမှုရှိဖို့လိုပါတယ်တရားမျှတမှုရှိဖို့လိုပါတယ်လွတ်လပ်ခွင့်တွေရှိဖို့လိုပါတယ်
I am fully aware that peace is essential part for the development of the country. To achieve a peace, there must be equality, freedom, and social justice.
ကျွန်တော်တို့တိုင်းပြည်ပုံပြဖို့ပြောနေရတယ်ပဲတကယ်တော့လေကျွန်တော်တို့အားလုံးလည်းမလွတ်မြောက်ကြသေးပါဘူး
Even though we are talking about a brighter, a better, developed future country, we are still not yet that free.
ဘာဖြစ်လို့လဲဆိုတော့တိုင်းပြည်မှာအရေးကြီးတဲ့အုပ်ချုပ်ရေးအာဏာမှာလဲစစ်တပ်ကလွှမ်းမိုးထားတဲ့ပါလွတ်တော်ထဲမှာလဲအနည်းဆုံး25ရာခိုင်နှုန်းကိုသူတို့ယူထားတာကိုခင်ဗျားတို့သိကြမှာပါ
Because the government is still influenced by the army and also in the legislature, in the parliament, at least 25% is still controlled by the army.
အဲ့တော့ငြိမ်းချမ်းရေးအတွက်ဖွံ့ဖြိုးရေးအတွက်ကျွန်တော်တို့စိတ်သွားတိုင်းကိုမပါသေးဘူးဆိုတော့ကျေးဇူးပြုပြီးတော့သဘောတူပေးမယ်ထင်ပါတယ်
Please also understand that even though we have such a strong eagerness for peace, there are still a limitation what we can do to achieve peace.
ကချင်ဒေသကိုရခိုင်ဒေသကိုကျွန်တော်တို့အချိန်ကြီးရောက်ခဲ့ပြီးပါပြီ
We have been to Kachin and Arakan states many times.
Kachima so in Sipway Pinny a chimari, General Yodarava, Rajula Lesoro, a Java John do Lirama, Jama Yama, no Pepida, the Galua.
When we arrived to Kachin States, it is in the middle of the fighting, and we discover many better experiences, such as school girls being killed by the bullets as a result of fighting between Kachin and Burmese army.
I know about who knows all a chimney Camaro Tibidava, that way in the Jadan as well. Camaro Tibali. I know ceasefire to the a single General Dania Kisia, Yaisibare.
You hear about heavy fightings in Kachin State, and there has been a ceasefire, but we still have to treat it with very cautious.
Takayama General ceasefire or Bala Janjibare, seize the wheel of the Dani can fire loaded. Seize the wheel can fire loaded. I don't know the Gale.
We try to make a definition of ceasefire. It looked like cease and fire. Sometimes it will cease, and sometimes it will fire again. So this kind of situation, cease and fire.
Yeah. Now, General Tawara Nini about Ya or Loga.
So we still have to work hard to achieve peace forever.
I couldn't know so much in the Yaro. Nina is a rapio and Nibi so ye. The Yoga to be in Algeria to name me a Nai so mobile, a Tazi Yao Treco, the legend sit at the Sibare. And I knew they never keep them out.
When we are about to start a peace negotiation, the force with the party with bigger force try to control most of the area, most of the territory before the negotiation starts.
Anyway, Sipo, you say you are Sabiro, Tanja Kama, the Valo, Land Biro, Pipa on or a Mule, Malutema.
We should also abide that launching war with an aim of gaining international sympathy and support. This kind of thinking also should be avoided.
General Nina Gaga, a Tika Pianji Laba, a name as a law, Pidu Seva, Dinity Nina Mayavira, Napa simple Jobi, Josu, Sunu Dari, the Chino Piakera, I love Sunu Mune, but Lola was a Tinshan.
We have had ceasefire negotiations and talks in the past 50 years, but there is no real peace yet. Why? Because such talks and negotiations happen only at the elite level of conflicting forces, so people are not involved in those talks.
Let them a kind of me, Pidu, Yazu Tokane, and Yazu goes up to a poor sea, Lubukuri, Sibare, Toro Malamati, Pawaya.
Even though one may not have weapons in their hands, they still can influence society. They enjoy the trust of the public. These kind of people should also be involved in peacemaking process.
I did not Pidu, take say that Dani, Pongo can hire a Yopo to do that Porto Vido, the Yamada Musula, Palelo, a tape, Punamani.
These kind of people can represent the people's voices and discover real pain and bitterness of the people, and then also the images of the conflict and so on. So these people can represent real problems and like that.
I know. Data Kuma Pity Kisabe, Janet, Data Masai Usu, a Grave, Mapipo, General Juda,
we have to treat peace issue as an issue for the whole country, not just for a particular area where the conflict is ongoing.
The Chima Pinera, the Kaidama Pinera, General Kanago, the Nayama Pinera, General Kanago, the Kulone, ဆိုင်နေဆိုတာကိုကျွန်တော်တို့ပြဖို့အတွက် nationwide issue ဖြစ်အောင်ကျွန်တော်တို့အလုပ်လုပ်ရပါလိမ့်မယ်
What is happening in Kachin State and Arakan states are also part of our problem. Like whatever disease or whatever pain happening in our body, it has impact on the whole body.
အဲ့ဒီလူတွေကြားမှာ awareness တက်လာအောင်ကျွန်တော်တို့အလုပ်လုပ်ရပါတယ်အဲ့အတွက်အချိန်လေးယူရပါတယ်လူတွေဟာပြည်သူတွေလည်းတနာဖို့ကောင်းပါတယ်စားဖို့နေရင်းနဲ့လုံးဝနေကြရတာပါ
So we have to create awareness all over the country. This peace issue is a nationwide issue. At the same time, people are also struggling too hard for their daily survival.
အဲ့ဒီတော့ nationwide issue ပြီးသွားတဲ့ခါမှာဖြစ်သွားတဲ့ခါမှာနိုင်ငံတကာ issue ဖြစ်အောင်ကြိုးစားရပါတယ်အဲ့ဒါမှနိုင်ငံတကာအာရုံစိုက်ပြီးတော့ဝိုင်းဝန်းဖြေရှင်းကြမှာပါ
And also we have to make the peace issue in our country to have a global awareness so that we will get support from the international community as well.
ဒီခိုင်ဒေသပဋိပက္ခတွေမှာလည်းကျွန်တော်တို့ဟာရာဇဝတ်မှုကိုရာဇဝတ်မှုလို့ပဲမြင်ရပါမယ်ဒီဟာကိုကျွန်တော်တို့ကလူမျိုးရေးအဓိကရုဏ်းဘာသာရေးအဓိကရုဏ်းဆိုပြီးတော့ရန်တိုက်ပေးတာမျိုးကိုကျွန်တော်တို့သတိကြီးကြီးနဲ့ရှောင်ရပါလိမ့်မယ်
We should also avoid treating some criminal behaviors as social riot or religious riot or ethnic riot. So we just treat criminal as criminal. Don't portray as ethnic conflicts or religious conflicts.
ကျွန်တော်တို့အုပ်စုဖွဲ့ပြီးတော့အကြမ်းဖက်ကြမယ်တိုက်ခိုက်နေကြခြင်းအပြင်အမှန်တရားလည်းမပေါ်နိုင်ဘူးတရားမျှတမှုတွေပျောက်ဆုံးမယ်ပြဿနာလည်းဖြေရှင်းလို့မရဘူးဆိုတာကိုအားလုံးသိအောင်ကျွန်တော်တို့အသိပေးရပါလိမ့်မယ်
We have to educate our people that having group conflicts, riots cannot bring about peace. So it is not the right method to be used for peace and conflict resolution.
ဒါကြောင့်ကျွန်တော်တို့ဟာနိုင်ငံသားဥပဒေတွေရှိတယ်လူသားချင်းစာနာထောက်ထားတဲ့စိတ်ဓာတ်တွေရှိတယ်အဲ့ဒါတွေနဲ့အတူကျွန်တော်တို့ကမျှတတရားမျှတတဲ့နိလန်းတွေရှာဖွေပြီးတော့ပြဿနာများကိုဖြေရှင်းရမယ့်အချိန်ဖြစ်တယ်လို့ပြောချင်ပါတယ်
We have to approach these problems from the citizenship law perspective and humanitarian ground as well.
Yeah, thank you for your question and thank you for your answer, Mr. Mikonai, for your thoroughly explain for our farmer situation. And I saw the one in front of you.
Okay. ခုလိုအားလုံးနဲ့တွေ့ဆုံရတဲ့ကျေးဇူးအများကြီးတင်ပါတယ်။ကျွန်မနာမည်က Grace လို့ခေါ်ပါတယ်။ကချင်ပြည်နယ်မြစ်ကြီးနားဖြစ်ပါတယ်။အခုကျွန်မတို့အားလုံးပဲတည်ကြတဲ့အတိုင်းပဲငြိမ်းချမ်းရေးဆိုပြီးမှထာဝရငြိမ်းချမ်းရေးဆိုပြီးဆွေးနွေးနေကြတယ်။ပြီးလို့ရှိရင်အခုလက်ရှိမှာပဲထိုင်းမှာလည်းဆွေးနွေးသားကြပြီးပြီ။ဆိုတဲ့ခါကျတော့ကျွန်မတို့ကဒီဆွေးနွေးတဲ့ခါမှာတွေ့ရတာကလက်နက်ကိုင်အဖွဲ့အစည်းတွေရဲ့ပြီးလို့ရှိရင်ဒီစစ်အစိုးရရဲ့သူတို့နှစ်ဦးနှစ်ဖက်ပဲဆွေးနွေးတာတွေ့ရတယ်ပြီးရင်နိုင်ငံရေးပါတီတွေမပါဘူးចောင်းသားတွေလည်းမပါဘူးဆိုတော့ကျမတို့တကယ်ပဲငြိမ်းချမ်းရေးကိုတည်ဆောက်နိုင်တာမလားဒါနံပါတ်1အချက်ဖြစ်ပါတယ်နောက်တစ်ခါနံပါတ်2အချက်ကငြိမ်းချမ်းရေးကိုဖော်ဆောင်နေတဲ့အခါမှာကျမတို့ Federalism မပါဘဲနဲ့ကျမတို့တည်ဆောက်နိုင်ပါမလားဒီဟာလည်းအင်မတန်အရေးကြီးပါတယ်ဆိုတော့ကျမတို့ငြိမ်းချမ်းရေးရဖို့အတွက်ပြောရင်တာလွယ်တယ်ဒါပေမဲ့တကယ်တမ်းလက်တွေ့လှုပ်ဆောင်တဲ့အခါမှာကျတော့လက်တွေ့ကိုယ်တိုင်းပါဝင်လှုပ်ဆောင်ဖို့ကလည်းအများကြီးအခက်အခဲရှိမှာပဲလို့ကျမထင်ပါတယ်ဒီအပေါ်မှာကိုပြုံးချုံနေနဲ့ဘယ်လိုမျိုးထင်မြင်ပါတယ်လဲလို့ကျမမေးချင်ပါတယ်ရှင်ကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ်
ကျွန်တော်တို့တိုင်းသားလူငယ်တွေအားလုံးနဲ့တဘောတူညီချက်ရထားတာရှိပါတယ်
Firstly, brief translation of the questions. The questions is about ceasefire negotiation. There have been ceasefire negotiation between the army and the ethnic rebel groups, but no civil society involved, no student involved in this process. In this kind of situation, the question is whether such a peace negotiation can be successful or not. And the second part of her question is whether agreeing to federalism, there can be genuine peace because the federalism is what the ethnic groups are demanding for. So your response is?
ကျွန်တော်တို့တိုင်းသားညီကိုတွေနဲ့တက်နိုင်တဲ့လောက်ရထားတဲ့သဘောတူညီချက်ရှိပါတယ်အဲ့ဒါကတော့တရားမျှတခြင်းတန်းတူခြင်းလွတ်လပ်ခြင်းကိုအခြေခံမှုပါ
We have reached consensus among the various ethnic groups that the peace should be based on equality, freedom and social justice.
နောက်ပြီးတော့ဘာသာစကားတွေကိုကျွန်တော်တို့အတိအမှတ်ပြုရပါတယ်နောက်ပြီးတော့သူတို့ယဉ်ကျေးမှုတွေကိုကျွန်တော်တို့တန်ဖိုးထားပါတယ်အဲ့ဒီကနေပြီးတော့အခြေခံပြီးတော့တယောက်နဲ့တယောက်ယုံကြည်မှုတွေနဲ့အပြန်အလှန်လေးစားမှုကိုတည်ဆောက်ရပါတယ်
As a minimum requirement, we need to recognize different cultures, different language of each and every ethnic groups. Starting from, based on this, we have to build peace, further peace process.
ကျန်တဲ့အင်အားစုတွေအားလုံးပါဝင်နိုင်ဖို့ပါအဲ့ဒီအချက်တွေအားလုံးကိုကြည်ကြည်ပြီးလက်ခံနိုင်ဖို့အတွက်ကျွန်တော်တို့တွန်းအားပေးရတာတွေရှိပါတယ်
We have to persuade other groups who are not yet ready to accept these principles and then bring them on board.
အဲ့ဒီကနေမှတဆင့်တက်ပြီးတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ကသူတို့ပြည်နယ်တွေမှာရှိတဲ့စီမံခန့်ခွဲမှုတွေနဲ့တည်ရန်ဇာတာပေါ်မှာအတိုင်းအတာတစ်ခုဒီကိုယ်ပိုင်လှုပ်ဆောင်ပိုင်ခွင့်တွေကိုကျွန်တော်တို့အခွင့်အလမ်းတွေဖန်တီးပေးရပါလိမ့်မယ်
We also need to create a system under which the ethnic groups can manage their own affairs and then also get a benefit from natural resources existence in their own territory.
အဲ့ဒါတွေကလည်း federalism ရဲ့အခြေခံလိုအပ်ချက်တွေဖြစ်တယ်ဆိုတာကျွန်တော်တို့စကားပြောပြကြပါတယ်
We all have spoken and agree upon that these principles are the cornerstone of federalism.
ကျွန်တော်တို့ကပြောမေးကြပါတယ်သူတို့ကိုတချို့တွေကဝါဒဖြန့်ပါတယ်ခင်ဗျားတို့လိုချင်တဲ့ federal ဆိုတာခွဲထွက်ရေးလို့ဝါဒဖြန့်တာတွေရှိပါတယ်လို့မေးတဲ့အခါသူတို့ကပြန်ဖြေပါတယ်သူတို့ခွဲထွက်ဖို့အစီအစဉ်မရှိပါဘူးဆိုပြီးပြန်ပြောကြပါတယ်
When we ask about the separation from the country, but there are some misunderstanding about federalism due to the propaganda from the government that the federalism means separation from the country. So when we ask this issue, the ethnic groups responded, no, we are not going to secede from the country, that we will be remaining in the country.
နောက်တစ်ခုကကျွန်တော်တို့တော်ထဲမှာသူတို့နဲ့အတူတူဖျားရီခင်းပြီးအတူတူစားကြပြီးတော့ညီကိုလိုဆွေးနွေးကြတာတွေရှိပါတယ်အဲ့ဒါရှေ့အနာဂတ်တိုင်းပြည်အတွက်အကုန်လုံးစစ်မှန်တဲ့ညီငယ်ရေးဖော်ဆောင်မှုအတွက်အတူတကွဆက်လက်ပြီးတော့ကြိုးပမ်းဆောင်ရွက်ဖို့သဘောတူညီချက်တွေရခဲ့ပါတယ်
We also have a very frank and open dialogue with our ethnic brothers, discussing about our future and peace building. And there is a consensus among us. We will work together for peace building.
တကယ်လို့များကျွန်တော်တို့ဟာအားကောင်းတဲ့ညီညွတ်မှုတွေရပြီဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကျွန်တော်တို့လိုချင်တဲ့အရာတစ်ခုကိုလည်းထပ်လုပ်လို့ရတယ်ဆိုတာဆက်ပြောပြကြပါတယ်
When we are united and we can gather strength, so that will be a basic for what we want to do more in the future.
အဲ့ဒါတော့ကျေပြည့်နေအင်အားစုတွေရဲ့အားလုံးညီညွတ်တဲ့ရည်မှန်းချက်တွေနဲ့ constitution ကိုပြင်နိုင်အောင်ကြိုးစားဖို့ပဲဖြစ်ပါတယ်
And that is to amend the constitution of what we have now. Based on that, we can work or we can be for our future.
တိုင်းသားတွေအားလုံးပါဝင်ပူးပေါင်းဆောင်ရွက်တဲ့အမျိုးသားပြည်နယ်သိမ်းမြတ်ရေးကိုဆက်လက်လုပ်သွားဖို့အတွက်ကျွန်တော်တို့အခိုင်အမာဆုံးဖြတ်ထားပါတယ်ကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ်
We are committed to make a reconciliation based on peace, and which is also participated by all the ethnic groups.
Yes, today here we have in our debate, we also, we are originally we have been focusing in Kachin State and ethnic, and now that we only done 2 questions, but this is a very wide nationwide problem, and the experience is very detailed and completely. Now the time is already for first sessions, and so we have to break now. So after 6 p.m. so we start again. So we have only 5 minutes to break.
နားပြန်တင်ထားတယ်နားလေပြန်တော့ကျွန်တော်အပြည့်တော့တွေ့ကြတော့လေစေးတော့မလေးတော့မတော့